The government has rolled its sleeves in readiness for the implementation of free secondary education. Education Cabinet Secretary Dr. Fred Matiangi says the government is exploring the possibility of introducing day schooling programs in selected national and provincial secondary schools in addition to enhancing the teacher-student ratio.
If there are students who can go to Kenya High and go back home in the evening, we will work with you to see how we can support that. Because day schooling is critical as we move forward. It's the reality of our life, and we have to remove all the inhibitions to accessing public schools for our people. Because in areas where we can do that, it may not apply across the board, it may not apply across the country, but the areas where schools may have capability and may request. If you request and you demonstrate that you can actually manage day school stream, we will support you to do that. We know for sure, and I agree with you, that the 5,000 we are recruiting may not be enough for our needs right now. We are looking for ways of continuously increasing the numbers of the teachers we have in our classrooms as we go forward.
A broadband system is also expected to be installed across the schools to manage a proposed national education management system to store basic information of the students, including resources available to them. To ease the burden of the parents, plans are underway to revise the instruction material framework in conjunction with publishers so that course books are structured.
As teachers, for example, how do I give homework when I am using 5 textbooks to teach? This problem is not necessarily yours as principals. It's also partly ours as ministry. It's also partly a policy issue from our end. So, effective 2018, we are working on a very consultative process, and Mr. Dimuli, I will present to you and your executive committee our new instructional materials policy so that you can critique it as the executive of Kesha. But one thing that I am going to insist, myself and my colleagues from the ministry, is that we provide a framework that makes education affordable to our people.
Meanwhile, students have lost their privilege to elect their leaders as well as representative in the Board of Governors. This is after Dr. Matiangi announced that the number of Board of Governors has been revised downwards from 17 to 9.
It just doesn't make sense to have students sit in boards of management, because everyone who sits there is there for the students. So I don't understand why we included students there in the first place.
The government has also banned the use of school buses in electoral campaigns.
We may sound draconian, but let me tell you, if your school bus rolls and it's carrying people other than students, who will pay you? Because the insurance is not going to pay you. It's fine and dandy to lend your bus to your friends to use it for purposes that you and them know. But if it rolls, God forbid, or if it's stoned by members of the other party, how will you repair it? Because the PS tells me the arrangement we have is that the facilities we have, including buses, are insured for educational purposes to carry our students and so on. So be firm and polite and respectful to our leaders.
Schools are expected to close on the 4th of August for 2 weeks to pave way for the general elections. Juni Karisa reporting from Mombasa County.